Have your seat. God bless Nigeria and God bless the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. Today, I'm simply excited and happy to witness this day. So if I make any mistake, blame it on the excitement. But I do not intend to make any. I'll apologize at any point in time. But really, today is a very important event. And with the quality of dignitaries, the minister is accompanied by other eminent men and women. And I'm so delighted that we are receiving them and every other person who will be mounting this podium to speak at one point or the other. It's the second day of the NME Niram Expo, and to officially welcome us at this event, I have the honor of inviting the president, who would do well to establish the protocol, and we follow that, and every other person can stand or other seat on the protocol duly established. So let's give a warm welcome as we present the president of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, Otumba Francis Meshoye, OFR. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you. Let's keep clapping until he gets here. Thank you so much, Mr. President. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mateo. Thanks so much. The Honorable Minister of State for Industry, Dear Senator John Owan Eno, the Director and UNIDO of Representative, Sub-Regional Office in Nigeria and ECOWAS Ambassador Philbert I.K.A. Johnson, the Managing Director of Bank of Industry, Dr. Olashupo Olusi, the Director General of Raw Materials Research and Development Council, the Director General of Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, esteemed members of Expo and Council of Man, the distinguished special guests, our distinguished speakers, esteemed exhibitors, industry stakeholders, gentlemen of the press, and ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm honored to warmly welcome you to day 2 of this landmark event, the Nigeria Manufacturing Equipment Expo, which is fittingly co-located with the Nigeria Raw Material Expo. It is the NME Niram Expo 2025. I'm delighted to welcome the Honorable Minister of State for Industry, Senator John Owan Eno. We appreciate the efforts you are making to revolutionize the industrial prosperity for our dear nation. We sense and feel you every time, and like you always say, we are very much well with you at every step you take or you would like to take. Yesterday, we had the Honorable Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology with us as our special guest of honor. Today, we are doubly honored to have the Honorable Minister of State for Industry, Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment as our distinguished special guest of honor. Yesterday, we embarked on a remarkable journey, one that is not just about showcasing our industrial capabilities, but also about exploring opportunities for collaboration, innovation, and sustainable practices that can propel our industry to a future of resilience and prosperity. The energy and enthusiastic keynote speaker and session speakers who emphasize on the importance of showing readiness to revolutionize manufacturing with innovative technology-driven approaches. One phrase I can't forget in a hurry is that the nation must make manufacturing sexy. In other words, make it desirable, attractive, and doing everything possible to make it a household name. I'm positive on the outcome of our engagement at this event. Today, As we continue this inspiring dialogue, I urge each of you to engage openly with the exhibitors, share your insights, and forge partnerships that can lead to transformative outcomes for our businesses and our economy as a whole. The NME Niram Expo presents us with a unique platform to learn from one another, to challenge the status quo, and to pave the way for advancement that will shape the manufacturing landscape in Nigeria and beyond. As we take more presentations, discussions, and the networking sessions, which is to enhance the competitiveness of our manufacturing sector. We must harness the innovations and strategies presented here to equip ourselves to better respond to local demands while also positioning ourselves strategically in the global marketplace. Our theme for this year, accelerating sustainable manufacturing through cutting-edge equipment and technology solutions, resonates strongly with the need for adaptation and ingenuity in our industry. I encourage of you to reflect on how the insights gained from this expo can be integrated into your business strategies and operations. In closing, I would like to once again extend my heartfelt gratitude to our sponsors, partners, exhibitors, and all participants for your commitment to making this expo a success. Your contributions have been invaluable, and together we are striving the course towards a more robust manufacturing ecosystem in Nigeria. Let us embrace the opportunities that lie ahead and work collaboratively to build a prosperous future for our industry. I thank you very much, and I pray that to make today a productive and inspiring experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let's put our hands together for the president of the association, Otumba Francis Meshoye, OFR. Thank you so much. And thank you too, most sincerely, for Dr. Olashupo Olusi, the MDBOI. It's a pleasure having you in our midst. And I know a lot of manufacturers are more excited to see you in this room. Before we invite the minister, the BOI, MD, and of course the UNIDO rep to speak, we have a presentation which will be delivered by the MD CEO Secure ID Limited on enhancing sustainable innovation and technology transfer in manufacturing. If your hands are not too busy, let's please give a resounding applause for Mrs. Kofo Akikugbe, OON, as she comes to address us. Thank you, ma'am. You're very much welcome.
Good morning. To the Honorable Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, Senator John Owen Eno, to the President, Man Otumba Meshoye, OFR, to the MD CEO, Bank of Industry, Dr. Olashupo Olusi, to the UNIDO country rep, the ambassador, the DG, RMRDC, Professor Muonso, to the DG, Man, Shegun Ajayi Kadiri, MNI, and of course, to the members of the Expo of Man, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Now, it's truly a pleasure to be here this morning, and I would like to thank the organizers of the NME Niram Expo, basically driven by the man and also the RMRDC for putting together this very critical event. The topic before us is enhancing sustainable innovation and technology transfer in manufacturing. This conversation is not just important, but it is urgent. We are now at a point where we must decide whether Nigeria will continue to be a buyer of ideas and innovative solutions, or create them by ourselves for future enhancements as enablers of sustainable development and growth. Let's be honest. Our manufacturing sector is not where it should be. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, 2024, manufacturing contributed just for our Nigerian industrialists and the collaborative support of government over the years. But there is clearly room for improvement. And it will be my pleasure to see us discuss it and see how we can make Nigeria fully industrialized and not just partially industrialized. And exploring that improvement space towards reaching our full potential is why we are here today and the subject of my address. So I would like to sort of break it into 4 key factors. Let's talk about innovation in manufacturing sector. That's 1. 2, let's look at the local manufacturers' utilization. How do we utilize our raw materials locally, which will be a key pillar to sustainability? Number 3, of equipment and spare parts. And then lastly, let's talk about leadership, which is government, and the people, which I believe is the foundation for technology transfers for our economic growth and sustainability. Now, going to 1, innovation in the manufacturing sector, or innovation and the manufacturing sector. We remain a country of talent and entrepreneurial spirit, anchored on bold vision, courage, resilience, to deliver results despite our local challenges. And these challenges are not seen in many global geographies, and yet we have to compete with them. If I take myself, for example, I founded a company called Secure ID 20 years ago, at a time where Africa did not even have, or Sub-Saharan Africa did not have a play in the production of smart cards, MasterCard, Visa cards for the finance sector, SIM cards for the telecom sector, and all sorts of high security ID documents like passports, like voter's card, like driver's license. Now, this is a space that is just not manufacturing, but it's technology. It's driven by technology. And at the time, we were told that this couldn't be done in Africa. But the entrepreneurial spirit, not just in me, but in so many millions of Nigerians, we take it upon ourselves and say, no, we can do this in Nigeria. And so, despite and in spite of all the global challenges, we were able to produce it in Nigeria, backward integrate over the years, organic growth, and then see ourselves exporting our products to over 20 countries in Africa. So whether in digital solutions, whether it's oil and gas, whether it's fintech, whether it's hospitality, furniture, agribusiness, we readily embrace and adapt and develop innovative ideas to deliver globally competitive and export quality solutions. Why and where? From a resilient manufacturing base. A lot has been achieved, but today's reality is that we still import almost every piece of machinery. Most of our raw inputs and even technical support in many cases are foreign. This overdependence keeps us vulnerable. It limits our growth. It stifles our ability to compete globally. It's certainly not a sustainable situation. We depend on even technical partners to deliver on our innovation. Needless to say that the right foundation needs to be put in place for continuous innovation. So we have creative mindset, we have the entrepreneurial mindset, we want to do so many things, but the ingredients to execute that innovation is not here, you know. And so that's why we're here today, and hopefully we'll look into it. The next piece the world wants to use with the raw materials that we have, whether it's lithium, whether it's gold, whether it's cobalt, whether it's oil, whether it's gas, and many others, they are here in geographical spread, quantity and quality, and relative ease of extraction. So our severe limitations over the years has remained the incapability for local conversion, for value addition. In most cases, we simply export our raw materials as basic primary products for others to add value through manufacturing and re-export to us for their tremendous gain and painful loss to our own economy. Even though the Nigerian government has set up several agencies to support innovation and technology transfer, such as the Raw Materials Council of Nigeria, NOTAP, NASENI, and others, we need to evaluate the following. Are they well funded? Are they funded adequately? Are they being measured? Are they visible to the businesses in Nigeria that need them? For instance, if we look at NOTAP, NOTAP offers incentives for companies transferring technology. But how many manufacturers even know about it, let alone have access to its capabilities? We don't need to create new agencies. We simply need to make the existing ones work better. So this is something that we